If you've been studying for the CCNA cert, you're probably already familiar with basic concepts of networking, but may still have some questions or it may still be a little bit foggy. In this video, I'm going to just give a breakdown of the basics of computer networking to help bridge that gap, better understand how networks work, and just give a foundation of this CCNA playlist that I created. I'm the host and the creator, Network Ninja. I appreciate y'all tapping into the channel. I'm trying to create a community of like-minded IT pros that are all trying to level up their IT skills by training frequently so that we can all experience personal and professional growth at the highest level. So to get this topic started off, we'll just jump into it as what is a computer network. And at the most basic fundamental level, a computer network is just a group of computers that are connected to each other so that they can share information and resources. Now you're going to have different types of computer networks, especially you're going to have to study the different types for the CCNA, but the most common ones are going to be your LAN, which is the one everybody's familiar with. That's the one that's in the home, in the office, or at school. These are the small, limited area networks that are just local to your local machines here. Now you have wide area networks. This is a larger network, much larger, that it connects computers over a wide area network, such as a city, state, or even across the country. These computers can be connected, even though it's not locally in your house. The computer that you take all the way over to California can still be connected to the network that's at your house. It'll be part of your WAN and not the LAN then at that point. Then you have MAN, which is Metropolitan Area Network. This is a network that connects computers in a metropolitan area, such as a city. So whatever city you're from, that will have a MAN that's built around it. And this is all enterprise level networks, meaning that medium to large size businesses are running these kind of networks. And a metropolitan area is just, again, a limited area, not as far as a WAN can go, but as far as that MAN can go, basically that city. Then you also have PAN, which is Personal Area Network, another one pretty much everyone is going to be familiar with. PAN is going to be your Bluetooth, just your small network that connects devices that are close to each other. How can we connect these computer networks together? In CCNA, you're going to have to understand how you can connect them. And it's just a few different ways. You could go wired, wireless, or just a hybrid of both, right? And that's pretty basic. If it's wired, you're going to have networks that use cables, like Ethernet cables. All of them, or not mostly, all of them are going to have Ethernet cables. Oh, but there could be fiber optic cables. There's different types of cables, and then that's what the CCNA exam topics, they go into these different types of wire connections on the network that connect all these computers together that create this computer network. Then you got wireless. These networks use radio waves to connect the computers, meaning the wireless adapters are transmitting and receiving the information via the radio waves in the air. So if you have bad airspace, that's going to be bad connectivity. To somebody that's not studying computer networking, they're not going to understand that having something in the environment can cause them to have performance issues with their wireless client that they're using. And those are the things that you're going to learn as you study the CCNA topics. Why are computer networks so important? Pretty much ever since we moved into this information age, since the mid 20th century, the rapid shift in traditional industries to the economy centered around information technology, with emerging technologies like Web3, blockchain, DeFi. That's why these computer networks are so important, because they improve our communication. They allow us to share information and resources easily. It's basically a whole nother kind of world when you have a computer network. And this is just the basic setup that I'm gonna go through 4 steps here real quick to set up a computer network. So for anybody, again, that if you're beginning and you're intimidated or anything by it, I just want to give you kind of a guideline, something to hold on to, something basic to grab onto as you get started to get your mind set on studying and learning computer networks. So number one, when you're setting up a computer network, you got to choose the type that we went over. You got your LAN, your WAN, your MAN, and all of that other stuff, right? And it's going to be based on your needs and resources. Then you gather the necessary equipment, the cables that you're going to need, the routers, switches, depending on what type of network you chose. Then you configure the network. You'll need to configure the network by setting up all the software and the settings on each device, making sure all the software is compatible with each other, making sure all the settings, IP addressing, all of that other great stuff that we will be going on to as we press forward. And then after you finish with that, you want to test the network. Once you have set up the network, you should always test it and make sure that it's working properly. And these are the 4 basic steps, in my opinion, that somebody coming into networking should know, just to get a foundation level knowledge of learning so that they can begin their journey. Cisco is definitely heavy on this with configure and verify. You got to configure and verify. And as you go on in your IT career, if you don't know, it's trust and verify as always. You want to do that with computer networks. You want to trust your configuration, but you want to verify that it works too. Sometimes the software doesn't take the command. It's not a perfect system, just like anything else in this world. I appreciate y'all for tapping in once again. If you like the content, please comment. If you got any questions, please drop that in the comment. If you want these videos coming a different way, I'm trying to serve y'all. Y'all let me know. I appreciate each and every one. Please, again, share the video. And as it goes, I'm going to tap out.